I think this is something that we have touched upon on several episodes and in conversations internally. The idea that the price discovery is more and more skewed by the particular circumstances of market microstructures and what's happening in certain sectors of the markets and big players unwinding or putting on positions, and how that affects the signaling mechanism that the price of an asset might offer. So as you're painting this global macro picture, and you have touched on this to some extent, but I wonder if you might give us not investment advice, but sort of a general framework or general positioning, how you're expressing some of these global macro views across asset classes.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So I kind of have this it kind of almost sounds counterintuitive, but in my view, when you're in this kind of unstable inflationary environment, central banks hiking, stagflation, that whole mix, my bias is actually to be overweight cash in that environment. And so many people say, you shouldn't go long cash because in real terms, your cash goes away. But my point is that it doesn't lose you money in nominal terms. And the risk is that if you have money in bonds and equities, there's a high chance that you could make losses on your capital in nominal terms. And so for me, in a year like this, where there's a lot of uncertainty about what regime you're in, there's lots of geopolitics, it's all about survival almost, So like the first rule of investment is survive, don't get wiped out.
Return of your capital, not
return of your capital. So for me, that's the overarching mantra is that. And so one is to be overweight cash, underweight equities, and underweight bonds. So if I had a choice between bonds, equities, and cash, I'd pick cash. Now, the only thing I'd be willing to go long in is commodities, because I do think that we're in this environment where everything, geopolitics and supply chain, all of this type of stuff just points to higher commodities. Rich commodities, I think you just have a basket of commodities because there's a strong case for, metals, energy, wheat, fertilizer, all it's just, everything's kind of affected in some way. So overall, that's kind of my basic stance. Keep it simple, pretty much stay away from bonds and equities, be long cash, which also gives you optionality as well. So for after big drops in other asset classes, you can use that cash and buy something, and long commodities.